When you're incarcerated, you are, cut off from society. You are, there are a couple of things that are asked of you, including you have to work and do other kinds of kind of forms of penance. You're not asked to die.
First at 5:30, the firing of top healthcare officials this month by the Oregon Department of Corrections draws little optimism from inmate advocates. Good evening and thanks for joining us for NBC 16 News at 5:30. I'm Alan Matthews.
And I'm Gold Meadows. Despite ODOC's newly launched effort to reform prison health care, the call for legislators to intervene has only grown louder. On February 3rd, dismissal letters were sent to the Oregon Department of Corrections' highest-ranking Health Services Division official and to its chief of medicine. The letters followed an internal investigation of health services last year, resulting in an 84-page, heavily redacted report in December addressing inmate care at the state's 12 correctional facilities. The Oregon Justice Resource Center, a nonprofit, says over the last 5 years, it's seen a steep decline in access to medical care to inmates.
They are insulated. They are their own kingdom within the state of Oregon. I don't see anything changing here. Even removing Joe Booyer and Dr. Roberts, even their removal, I don't think changes the core problem.
ODOC says it's doing its due diligence and will hire a health services recruiter to bring on more qualified staff like physicians and nurses. And it will implement a new electronic health record system to improve communications. But Chavez tells us change isn't possible unless state legislators or the governor's office steps in and demands reform to the system, including the removal of all officials in leadership roles.
We hear from folks on the inside that they are not getting adequate medical care, they're being retaliated against, they are being beat up either by guards or by others. We try to intervene.
Some of those inmates reached out to us in August, including Jason Touche, who's been housed at Deer Ridge Correctional Institution for over a year. He and other inmates at the prison reported going long periods without medications, paperwork being lost, and medical requests ignored altogether.
It's an issue at the prison level, not necessarily something at DOC headquarters level. It seems more of a political move to me. Inmates are still having issues getting the care that they need. When these inmates are having so many issues getting just basic medical care, it's a systemic issue.
Since 2018, OJRC's Civil Rights Project has provided direct legal services to current and former inmates. In 2021, it led a class action lawsuit against ODOC and the state for its handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, leading to an earlier rollout of vaccines to inmates.
You're not asked to lose limbs, lose your general health because of your sentence. You're also not given the opportunity to advocate for yourself on that front or to go to your own doctor. You are at the mercy of the people who are housing and caging you.
Last November, we also reported on a sexual abuse lawsuit brought by a former Deer Ridge Correctional Institute inmate, James Watkins. The two fired officials were among 5 defendants who Watkins said caused or failed to prevent the abuse. ODOC says it's hired an outside firm to review its healthcare division. The department says inmates can report grievances in writing or through a hotline at no charge. On multiple occasions, we've requested interviews with ODOC about its healthcare processes. So far, those requests have been declined.